it's paper time. This week, fresh from trawling through a veritable mountain of papers to bring you the very finest Euro headlines. Our subject today, the Champions League. A pair of semis this week that left 2 up and 2 very much down and featured drama and despair, pathos and the other one. Tuesday's semi-first, Chelsea putting out Barcelona. Some in Europe reacted like L'Equipe, heroic Chelsea. Some were like the Portuguese paper A Bola, quoting Van Gogh's girlfriend as they ask, is it the end of an era? Like Rome that once ruled the world, is the empire of tiki-taka fallen? Says A Bola, who on Wednesday morning boldly predict that the next footballing empire would be Real Madrid. Well, that went well. Now, some, like the Italians, Gazzetta dello Sport, saluted Roberto Di Matteo, coincidentally an Italian. Messi goes home, says the paper, but there's an Italian in Munich. But it is our old friends Bild who take top prize for their analysis of the Camp Nou clash. Here we go. Captain Brainless and his concrete mixer. Yep, John Terry, the man in question there. We all know you need a calm player in the semis, and that's just what JT did, the calm player being Alexis Sanchez. Bild says he is a fool, and they don't stop there. It's incredible Chelsea going through, but German FA man Matthias Sammer speaks for many when he says this is a disaster for football. The English are really looking forward to it, they explain to their readers, but who will be scared by them? Chelsea are the 6th ranked side in the Premier League with 4 men missing. The lesson is plain. Apply the nutcrackers along the flanks and use the clippers up the middle. Right, but what if Chelsea have their Brazilian back by then? Well, above this, meantime, the paper remembers former best footballer ever, Leo Messi. Here he is, in a bit of a crisis after missing that spot kick, and they say, is he broken by his penalty miss? They quote the Spanish papers as saying he played like a little child. Well, on that note, let's get the Spanish views, shall we? First off, the Catalan press, who were in pretty heart-rending form on Wednesday morning, bravely struggling to overcome their grief and actually stick a front page together. El Mundo Deportivo managed well enough. Being a Barca fan is the best thing there is, you guys. The front page there echoing the popular Barcelona song. Chelsea ultra defensive underneath. Sport, though, barely got past the chin-up Barca before dissolving in a wave of bitter tears. How unjust is football, says the paper, and the teeth gnashing continues inside. Rarely has so deserving a team missed out. Rarely has so undeserving a team made it through, says Sport. Chelsea were the same as they were at Stamford Bridge. Miserly, miserable, cowardly. Elsewhere, El Periódico have fundidos sunk, and again in the Catalan edition, fosos, while El Nueve has tornarem a sofrer, we'll be back to suffer, we'll be back to fight, we'll be back to win. Now, meantime, in Madrid, AS have Messi, you blew the dream final, while Marca say Cristiano Ronaldo, who's playing that evening, don't you make the same mistake. But of course, he did Wednesday night, Ronaldo and Real getting knocked out by Bayern Munich, ending the Madrid team's dream of reaching a 10th Champions League final. Here is Marca's headline the very next day, so near and yet so far. We were 11 metres from the 10th. Great picture there of Mu on his knees. Yep, the Spanish wanted number 10. The Germans said 9. And AS have a great front page here of the team looking pretty tense, observing £130 million worth of talent failing to score a spot kick. The headline there, we turned to stone. Inside, the editor says, someone observed to me last night in the press box that Cristiano is a coward, that Kaká's got no personality, and that Ramos shouldn't take spot kicks. But the truth is, penalties are a lottery, and Bayern are our bête noire, a dark shadow once again on the European trail of Real. Interesting. But no, says Sport, who suddenly cheered up a bit by this point. The truth is, this is actually the umpteenth failure of the Perez approach. Here's the headline, you'll stay without the 10th. They say £937 million have been spent since your 9th final, but it's made no difference. It is now 67 signings, 3,633 days, and 3 Catalan Champions League triumphs since you, Madrid, last reached the big game. And still, Florentino Perez, you haven't learned, you can't buy success. This from a team that just got beat by Chelsea. While they bicker, over to kicker, for some German celebrations. There you go, Wir sind im Finale, which is of course Bavarian dialect for we're in the final. You can take your sombrero off, says the paper. You're back among the friendly wars. Other German reaction, Der Tagesspiegel. We're in the final. It was a war of nerves, they say, but Bayern's players were greeted by a red carpet and a watery victory arch from the airport's 2 fire engines when they returned to Munich. Terrific stuff there. More celebrations over in Bild. Bayern in the final, they say, Their triumph was a victory over Germany's Spanish nightmares. Of course, Germany beaten by the Spanish in the 2008 Euro final and the 2010 World Cup semi. And Bayern celebrating in style, a post-game party with Jürgen Löw and sausage rolls. Bayern Munchen in a very real sense. Well, by the sound of it, Bayern Munich and the Germans very confident about the final later on in May, but we'll have more on that, of course, in the weeks to come. For now, let's just finish off with something else quickly from Germany. This scoop from Bild. Iceland star signs 18,000 two-year contract. Yeah, Bild revealing here that Bolton have accidentally extended Greta Steinson's contract till 2014. Greta's reaction: "I intend to see it out. It'll be a good time to hang up my boots." Even, says the paper, Bolton boss Gartside takes it with humour. "I think Greta's experience will help the club over the next 180 centuries." Terrific stuff. The only problem was the story wasn't true. It was actually run by 442's website as a joke, and they're now a bit bewildered how the Germans could have taken the idea of a 20,000-year-old player seriously. Now, if it had been AC Milan he was signing for, be another story. Anyway, that is it for today. We'll have more from the European papers in 7 days' time. Hopefully, you'll be joining us then.